Good morning, Alan.
6th of January, Rabbi Levitt, Pele, Yoetz.
Very
Morning.
good.
The power to the governors. It didn't actually grasp
Hey.
the power when he could have. So something you did not care about voting.
Good morning, Alan.
Good morning. You hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
Baruch Hashem. Loud and clear. Here
Good
comes Roy. Good morning, Roy.
morning to you and hope you are well. I trust you are. You look well.
Baruch Hashem.
You do look well.
Roy, what about you? How do you
Yeah.
feel today?
Don't worry about me. You're well. Well,
Don't worry about it. Don't know. I don't know. I'm just concerned
You
about
look great. Everybody looks great. Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem.
All right.
Okay, so where are we holding over here?
Mm-hmm.
Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Oh yeah, we did this paragraph. Person who genuinely loves his father. That's what we did yesterday. And okay, so now we're up to, however, there is a kind of good jealousy. It's on page 255, the bottom paragraph. We call upon Lou to start off the reading today.
However, there is a kind of good jealousy. As our sages noted, the jealousy of scribes will increase wisdom. A person must desire and strive to ascend the steps of wisdom in the service of Hashem, like the holy men of the earth. A person is obligated to say, when will my deeds equal the deeds of Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov? If a person sees that his friend is successful in his endeavors, and his jealousy should be expressed in the words, certainly everything is according to a man's deeds. One eats the fruit of his labors. His heart should be jealous of the fear of Hashem, as it is written, and Rachel was jealous of her sister. Our sages interpret this that she was jealous of her good deeds. Rachel said, if not for the fact that she is better than me, she would not have merited to have so many children. As a result, a person will improve his ways in order to provide satisfaction to his maker. This is the goal of man's existence.
Well, okay. Okay, so that's what, so here's the Pele Yoetz's explanation of the Chazal that we were saying the other day, Kinis Sofrim, Tarba Chachma.
Right.
So it's a jealousy not against the person. That's the bad jealousy. The jealousy is against the person. That jealousy is against. This really is perhaps we could say it's a jealousy for. It's a jealousy for the good deeds that the other person has. It's not about the jealousy against the other person. It's a jealousy for his good deeds. So like that, he's going to be encouraged to try to emulate that person. But he's not interested in that person failing, chas v'shalom, or stumbling or having a fallout. He's not interested in that. He's jealous of the deeds of the person. So that's the Kinas Sofrim Tarba Chachma. Okay, good. And now we have a long paragraph over here. I don't want to weary you out, Roy, but you could start the reading, and whenever you wish, you can pass the baton over to Alan.
Okay. There's another kind of jealousy which is very good. to be jealous for the sake of Hashem of hosts, the Lord of hosts, to shatter the molars of the wicked, goodness, and to raise the banner of Torah. The virtue of Pinchas, a zealous one, the sons of a zealous man who was zealous for the sake of the Lord of hosts, is well known. God called peace upon him. This too was the praise of the tribe of Levi. The one who said about his father and mother, I have not seen him. The one who said about his father and mother, I've not seen him. That's in Devarim 39:9. Our sages in Ketuvot ask, what is the difference between the earlier generations for whom miracles were done and the later generations for whom miracles were not done? If because of Torah study, they answered, the earlier generations sacrificed their lives to the sanctification of God's name, such as the case of Reb Ada, who saw a woman dressed in shatnez, a prohibited material of wool and linen. He got up and tore the garment from upon her. There you are, Ellen. You can continue.
If the virtue of a person who gives up on his life in order not to violate those sins about which our sages said a person should die rather than violate them, is so great, how much greater is the virtue of one who sacrifices his life to act zealously for the sake of the Lord of hosts, to smash the molars of the wicked, to save the oppressed, and to aggressively protest against the sinners, etc. Relative to its profound value and importance, the zealousness is difficult to find. Due to our many sins, there have been an increase of flattery. The love of Hashem has diminished. This jealousy depends entirely on the degree of one's love for Hashem. To what can this be compared? It can be compared to a person who sees someone striking his father and mother with cruel blows and cursing and blaspheming them. This person cannot refrain from risking his life to save them. He will act like a warrior in battle, who will not step away from any challenge. How much more so should a person be willing to act for the sake of the honor of a Father in heaven? A foolish son is a source of anger to his father and bitterness to his mother. Certainly no wrong will befall a person who is zealous for the sake of the honor of Hashem and does everything that is within his ability. Those who seek Hashem will not lack any good, for Hashem is their help and shield.
Okay. Okay, so we've looked up this Gemara a number of times with the Ravada Barahava and the Shatnez. And so what comes out over here that I see is that this trait of so he's saying this is a jealousy too. This is a jealousy, right? You've heard the expression the kanoim, right? The zealots.
Oh.
So the religious zealots. So this is what we're talking about over here. The kanoim. That's what Pinchas did. Pinchas saw a desecration of Hashem's name, and he set about to stop that desecration of Hashem's name. And just like there's an obligation for a person to give up his life for rather than do one of the three cardinal sins, so too says the Pele Yoetz, he doesn't see why it should be any less the obligation of a person to even risk his life in order to prevent a Chilul Hashem, which is occurring. And this really is what Pinchas did. He didn't know whether he wasn't relying necessarily on the fact that Hashem was going to do miracles for him and save him from being attacked by the whole Shevet that was guarding the tent of the Nasi of Shevet Shimon. That was not his cheshbon. I'm only going to do this on the if I can make it out of here alive. Otherwise, I don't want to do it. I'm not required to do it. That's very interesting what the Pele Yoetz is saying over here. It's like one of the three cardinal sins that one is obligated to give his life up for. I guess maybe you have to be a kanoi. You have to have the love of Hashem that Pinchas had, and the jealousy for Hashem. This again, we're talking about not a jealousy against Zimri, but a jealousy for Hashem. That's what caused him a great love for Hashem. That's what caused him to do what he did, and that's what caused Ravada Bar Ahava to remove the shatnez from this woman. The same type of a thing. Okay.
How do you spell kanoim? Kanoi?
It's the same. A very good question. I'm glad you asked that, because it's the same exact three letters as the word jealousy. Kuf, Nun, Aleph.
Kuf.
That's the shorish of the word kanoim. Kanoim is a plural. Kanoi is a singular, describing one person. Kanoim is a group of people. But the shorish is kuf nun aleph, which is the shorish of the word jealousy. Kina is kuf nun aleph, and a hey at the end makes it a what do you call it? Call it a midah. If you describe a person who has that midah, he's a kanoi. He has jealousy. But the Pele Yoetz is saying it's not a bad type of a jealousy. This is also another type of good jealousy. It's a jealousy for Hashem. Okay. You're jealous, in other words, you're jealous of Hashem's honor. And Hashem's honor is being compromised when a desecration of his name is taking place, as was taking place in the time of Pinchas, with the whole episode with Zimri and the Midianite princess. That was a massive desecration of Hashem's name that was being done. And so Pinchas got up and he was willing to try to stop that desecration of a name, of Hashem's name, at the expense of his life. Okay. Oh wow. A pink balloon.
We had two, one flew away.
Oh.
One like flew up to the whatever, up to the heavens. It said Ba'ahava. So we sent love to everybody.
Okay.
But I have somebody coming to think, so I have to say okay.
Okay. You want me to go in there? Okay. Okay. All right. So we are up to Klola. Wait. Let's see what Pele Yoetz has to say about Klola.
Cursing is an evil sickness. The curser and the one who is cursed will divide the spoils, and they both will eat their portion. If it is a curse for no reason and there is no guilt, the curse will return to the place from which it came. It is written in the Sefer Chassidim, sometimes even if a curse is not for naught, it returns to the one who made it. We found that all of the curses that David declared upon Yoav were visited upon descendants of David. A person will be judged for any curses that he made which came true, and bad things will come upon him. For he that for he caused his friend to be punished. Sometimes even the curses of common people are fulfilled, as in the statement of our sages. The curse of a common person should not be dismissed lightly. Behold, Avimelech cursed Sarah, and it affected her offspring. The potential for a blessing or curse to come true depends on the hour and on the moment. There is a time of good fortune and a moment of anger. As such, it is good for a man to be a generous person who is blessed, and he will have the ability to transform a curse into a blessing. When he hears the voices of people cursing, he should respond, "It will not be so. Rather, he too will be blessed." Perhaps there is hope that no evil will befall him.
Ah. Okay, very interesting. Let's take a look. What do we have over here? We have two Gemaras over here. This episode with David. Came with scene with David. Shekol Aklala Shekil David is Yoav is Kaimu Bazaru Shel David. Sanhedrin Memches 48b Sanhedrin. Let's take a look.
And 15.
Or I'll just keep it. I mean, if we bring it back, we have to move it.
Okay.
11:30.
Okay, 40, what's 48? 48b. Let's see.
Okay. Sanhedrin 48.
We're going to need some Siyata Dishmai over here to find this Gemara. Wow. This is a huge page. filled with psukim, expounding upon psukim over here. Not sure exactly whether I would. Okay, that's the phrase. All the curses that David cursed Yoav with were fulfilled in the progeny of David. That's the That's what the Gemara says.
Where is that?
I don't know.
Oh,
Somewhere on this page, 48b. Wow. This could take 10 minutes to find this. Okay, let's you know what? Let's leave it. Forget it. Not forget it, but maybe some other time. Okay, let's not take time to look it up. We see the point, and now we will we'll go on. And the next Gemara from the close, Miskaimos Afilu Pi Ish Kal the Yoetz. So don't think that it's just because of the greatness of David HaMelech that his klolos had found their mark. But even a ordinary Jew, a simple Jew, also the Gemara in Megillah says the same thing. Now this is interesting because everybody quotes the Chazal. It says that the bracha of a ordinary person should not be light in your eyes. Here, Pele says that really what the Gemara says over there in Megillah is the curses of a simple person should not be light in your eyes. So okay, so let's take a look over there. Maybe we'll be able
so long page.
to. This is Megillah 16a. Okay, let's see here. Because I would assume that it also says over there the brachas of a hedyot as well as the klal. Okay, it looks like we got the same situation over here. A huge page of Agadata with boundless psukim over here. Okay, let's just see if we can skim it very quickly. Oh boy. Am I looking in the right place? No, I'm not looking in the right place. Maybe we'll have more slack if we look in the right place. Okay. Well. All right. Okay. We're about to take the Pele Yoetz's word for it. Okay, fine. That's what it says. Good. Let's move on. Okay. We are on the next paragraph.
So I think
In most cases,
Oh,
I forgot who we're up to.
It's my turn, I think.
Who?
Lou read just now. I think it's my turn.
Okay.
In most cases, this deplorable attribute is common among women who are excitable, vocal, and prone to curse. Their mouths are filled with all kinds of harsh curses for the children, even though she knows very well that she is not doing a good thing. She has no desire that her children should be hurt, even to their smallest finger. However, due to her anger, she is not able to restrain her words. Consequently, when a person curses, it is a sign that he is also very angry. It goes here from the feminine to the masculine. It's well known that getting angry is like worshipping idolatry, and one sin leads to the next.
Okay,
You're migrating, are you?
yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. All right, so very good. Okay, so next paragraph.
Is Alan.
Behold, woe unto a parent. Oh, are you there? Alan, would you like to read?
Yeah, this, we're starting 257,
Yeah, the bottom paragraph. Behold.
behold, woe unto a parent whose curse upon their child comes true. It is this, if they slaughter their children, they will need to pass judgment, but this is in the future. If their curse is not fulfilled, then their merits will certainly be diminished, either of the children or the parents. This is because the attribute of divine justice advocates that the curse should be realized, but there is a measure of merit that restrains it. Consequently, there is a constant diminishing of one's merit in order to suspend the curse. There are people who listen to speakers about many aspects of this matter, and their hearts are pained, yet they do not abandon their evil habit. They say, we cannot refrain from cursing and abandon a bad practice. Our tongue is habituated and dons a curse as befitting its nature. This person has spoken a lie. For everything that a man desires, he can do if he wants. Slowly, he can desert his evil way through verbal commitments and self-imposed fines. He can transform and change himself. If he wants to tone down his anger, let him say during his temper, as it's the custom of ethical women to say, evil will not come upon you. Evil will come upon the enemies. Let the memory of Amalek be obliterated, etc.
Wow. Okay, this is very interesting over here. Let's just go over this again. I didn't get he said an awful lot over here. He says, even if of course, if a person's curses are fulfilled, he says, then that's an awful thing. They'll need to answer the din and shemaim for such a thing. Chas v'shalom. But even if it's not fulfilled, he says, then the merits will certainly be diminished, either of the children or of the parents. And then he explains it, how it works, because the attribute of divine justice advocates that the curse should be realized, but there is a measure of merit that restrains it. So consequently, there is a constant diminishing of one's merit in order to suspend the curse. He has to spend some of his merits to restrain the curse. So he diminishes his merits in order to suspend the curse. Very interesting. I wonder what the source for this is, where he knows this from. Okay. I know that in the life of B'tachon, you know what they say about such things. They say, we don't worry about evil eyes. We don't worry about, I don't think this either. Words are we know Hashem is in charge, and the bitachon that we have in Hashem, He's the one that could protect us, and we're protected from Hashem, and we don't worry about things like this. But the Pele Yoetz goes into a whole analysis over here. It's not so simple, he says. Like the Gemara says, that the words, even of a simple Jew, could have a very powerful effect. Particularly if a person is worried about these things, just like if he's worried about the evil eye. If you're worried about it, so then that's also just like you're worried about anything. If a person is worried about something happening, so then that's a lack of bitachon, and then that could even cause that thing that the person is worried about to actually come about. Whereas if someone has bitachon in Hashem, that Hashem will protect him, then all the even things that are very logical dangers that could happen, he's not just afraid for no reason at all. Hashem could take them away in the merit of his bitachon. Okay. So having said that, and then he has some very good advice. What about a person? This could be applied to anything that a person wants to correct. Person, basically, what's the person saying over here? He says that there's people that listen to speakers that they go on and on about that, how bad it is to curse and to get angry and wish harm on people, and they listen to the rabbi speaking over here, and they just say to themselves, what can we do? We can't do otherwise. This is who we are. This is our nature, and we've become accustomed to this type of activity, and that's it. So he comes out very, very against this person. This is even worse, really, than actually doing the curse. Much worse. That a person says to himself that he's not interested in trying to change his bad character traits. On the contrary, a person has to say that he knows that this is not the right thing, and he's going to make a verbal commitment, and that he's not going to do this anymore, and he's going to what do you call it? He doesn't talk about learning books of Musar that vilify such types of behavior, but I would think that would be also apropos to for any meter that a person wants to try to uproot, or any bad trait or action that a person has. He has to do exercises. He has to do something to not just it's not enough to simply say, I'm not going to do this anymore. He's got to do something concrete and practical, to take practical steps to change his nature, and that's learning about the Avera, and going to listen, like he says, to somebody who speak about it. And then he says something very interesting. He says you could also make a fine on yourself if you continue to do it. People don't like to pay money. Oh boy, they don't like to pay money. That's the last thing that people like to do, is to pay money. And so if a person makes a self-imposed fine, that whenever he does this activity, here he's talking about cursing, but you could apply any activity that you're trying to uproot from yourself. He could transform himself and change himself. He can use the fact that he hates to spend money unnecessarily to transform himself. That's a tremendous thing. Wow. And then if he wants to tone down his anger, and who doesn't want to do that? Let him say in the middle of his temper, and his anger is flaring up. He says it's the custom of proper women to say, evil will not come upon you. Evil will come upon the enemies. Let the memory of Amalek be obliterated. Use your anger to obliterate the memory of Amalek and the enemies of the Jewish people. That's what anger is for. Very good.
Mm.
I never heard anyone say that, but I guess it's people don't say that anymore, or I'm not around the right people that say it.
Maybe they don't have an opportunity to say it because they don't get angry and curse.
Okay.
So you're around the right sort of people.
All right. Yes, I am. Baruch Hashem. Okay, a round of applause for page 257. Hooray. And now we go on to the next paragraph. This is very interesting, the Pele Yoetz. In truth,
Mm-hmm.
another chance for Lou. Lou, are you there?
Mm-hmm.
No?
Yes, but I'm a little bit too tired to read. I'm listening.
Okay, very good. Good. We're glad that you're with us. So, in truth, who would like to read in truth? Roy,
Okay.
would you like to read?
In truth, this is an incredible bewilderment for someone who has not become habituated in cursing. How can people not shudder a profound trembling at the thought of pronouncing a curse or seeking the ill will of their children or any member of the Jewish nation? A person's ears quiver upon hearing such things. It would be better to smack them painfully. If they hit them with a rod, they will not die, but with a curse, it is possible they will die. Heaven should save us. Who is a man who desires life? Let him guard his tongue from evil and his lips from a curse. Where did we hear this phrase before? Come on. Who is a man who desires life? Isn't that a phrase from...
Tehillim. David HaMelech says it.
Right.
You say it, it's in the Psukei de Zimra of Shabbos.
Mm. Okay.
So I was thinking, I don't know about you, but I don't hear people cursing. It would seem that perhaps there was more of a problem in different generations, and maybe the reason for that is because today, Baruch Hashem, everybody has everybody's very laid back. Everybody's they have enough money, they have enough this, they have enough that, they have they don't, maybe maybe just the life was much more difficult for these people, and therefore they this type of behavior was more common. But today and yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, it is known. We have 5 more minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Alan, you want to read the next paragraph? It is known.
Sure. It is known that one of the 365 negative mitzvahs is not to curse any Jew. If a person curses someone not in their presence, he violates. Do not curse a deaf man. Vayikra. Our sages in Berachos 55a, see there, said a guest who blesses his host will be blessed, as is written, gracious, and I will bless those who bless you. This implies that a person who curses a Jew will be cursed, as is written, and those who curse you I will curse. Consequently, a man must be careful and cautious not to curse, and he must admonish his wife and anyone who follows his command that no curses should be heard from their mouths. On the contrary, only blessings for all. By doing so, and Hashem will bestow a blessing upon them.
Wow, amazing. So really what it comes out is when a person curses another Jew, it says that he's Pele Yoetz says that means that that the one who cursed will be cursed. So it really doesn't pay to curse somebody else, because the curse, whatever happens to that person, but the person that uttered the curse also will be cursed.
This just applies to Jews. You can still curse your enemies, can't you, or not? To the different.
Yeah, that's what we said in the paragraph about Amalek. Evil will not come upon you, evil will come upon the enemies. Let the memory of Amalek be obliterated, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we spoke about this once. Saying Yimak Shmo v'Zikro. We don't say that about Jews. Not that I remember. Well, I don't remember what we said about it. Okay, I'm not gonna talk off the top of my head. Fine. Fine. That's the main thing. The main thing, and the other thing is the other thing to remember is on the positive note that when someone is a guest at someone else's house, that's what the Gemara is talking about over there. The Gemara in Brachos 55a, a guest who blesses his host, and we have a special text in the Birkas Hamazon. When someone is a guest, he says this special prayer on behalf of the host. So he's giving a blessing over there to the host that he is enjoying his hospitality. And so the Gemara says over there that a guest who blesses his host will also be blessed, based upon the pasuk that Hashem said, believe to Avram Avinu, and I will bless those who bless you. So that means that also not just in the context of the Hiratzon of the Birkas Hamazon, but whenever one Jew blesses another Jew, Hashem will bless the blesser with a bracha as well. So that's what he concludes by saying, that we should make sure that we and anyone that will listen to us should be told, should be demonstrated that we shouldn't do any klalos, and on the contrary, only blessings and brachos. And by doing that, Hashem will bless us as well. Bezrat Hashem. Very good. Okay. Yashikoyach. So we have one more paragraph in this section. And everybody have a wonderful Shabbos.
Thank you, you two, and everybody's families.
Zrat Hashem, everyone should be blessed
Amen. Amen. Amen.
with good health and nachas and simchas.
Uh-huh.
Zrat Hashem. We're
Okay.
making a kiddush for our first granddaughter this Shabbos.
Oh, Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov for
Yes.
that.
Baruch Hashem.
And may have many more kiddushim to make for that sort of reason.
Amen. And you as well, Roy.
Amen. Emet Hashem. Bit early yet, but Emet Hashem. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye for now.
All the best. All the best, Roy. Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos, Alan.
See you, Alan. See you, Lou. Bye.
Bye, Lou.